Hey guys, welcome back. So I want to say a huge thank you to everybody. You guys just helped this channel get to 10,000 subscribers. I am so touched. Thank you guys for being here. So as I mentioned, to celebrate that, for a while I've been saying I want to do a live session where we'll do card pulls for subscribers. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to schedule it for Monday. I will probably do at least 2 hours of free card pulls for my subscribers. 1 hour will definitely be late at night when I normally do. I tend to go live late at night for what we call our night owl club. That tends to be like a special night owl group. And so I want to make sure that I do 1 hour kind of like dedicated to anybody who's up late. I'll do another hour somewhere in the day. This will be on Monday, by the way. So today, as I'm announcing this, it's Friday. I know that this could be a big weekend for people. There's, Easter and stuff and celebrations. And so I'm going to wait until Monday. I was already intending on going live on both channels a little bit anyway, because I just wanted to say thank you guys as a whole for being so patient with me this week as I've been going through some stuff. But now we have extra stuff to celebrate. So I'm definitely going to do at least 2 hours on this channel, plus probably another half hour just for members to celebrate. So at least 2.5 hours on this channel on Monday. I will try to spread it out, like I said, at least an hour late at night, but then an hour somewhere earlier in the day also, so that hopefully it's more convenient for different subscribers to pop in. If I can pull off a third hour, I will. But just know I will also be live for about an hour on my other channel as well at some point in the time in the day. So, but you guys are my priority because it's really exciting to hit 10,000, and you guys made that happen. So thank you, everybody. I am so touched. I will give you guys a kind of a community post on Sunday, just so that maybe I can hit the times for you and kind of give you guys more of a heads up for Monday. So it makes it easier for you to know when I'll be live and not keep it just totally random. But like I said, I'm going to try really hard to spread it out. And as Monday approaches, I'm going to try hard to get 3 hours scheduled for this channel. Okay. But you guys, I'm so honored. Thank you. All right, everybody. Now let's go ahead and jump on in. Thank you, everybody. Be Hot, Decoded, Miss So the Peaceful Observer, Anna Boyle, Relay, Denisa, Sarah J, Angelina Davina, Jeannie Vale. Hi, Ruth, RS. Thank you, everybody. You guys are so kind. So let's go ahead and jump into now just to check in on a generalized love message here, and we'll see where this one takes us. I have just a bit of time before they shut off my internet again to work on it some more, and wiring and all of that mess that I've been dealing with. But I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to say hi to you guys and give you the heads up. I'll make a post about it also. All right, so the topic of love, we did just get the 8 of Cups, and it is in the reverse. This looks like a divine feminine might be having a change of heart, or she could be returning to an idea. Maybe she's returning to being open to the concept of love. Sometimes we get closed down from stuff because our heart gets hurt, or because we get, burned out. Oh, wow. She is returning to the best of herself. She doesn't have to be a water sign, although everything is water here so far, but she's a full-blown Queen of Cups. This is somebody whose energy is more gentle, whose emotions are softer, who's like in a really supportive, really, I'll say like tender energy, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's not returning to a specific relationship. I think she's returning to self-love first. Her idea of great happiness, I think, doesn't have to do with I must go find someone to make me feel balanced and whole. This is a 4 of Wands in the reverse. This is her, Sarah J, welcome, love. This is her being more in a place of like, I feel comfortable, I feel whole, I feel like I don't need something else really to complete me. I've come back around to myself, to my own heart, to my own energy space. Queen V, you angel, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, you're so generous. You guys, thank you, everybody. This just feels so nice for her to be grounded, solid, emotionally comfortable and available, and not because she's like, okay, where's my next romance, or, am I going to find my perfect person? She's like, I got this beautiful betta fish. I picked the beverage I want to sip. I'm loving my life. I'm loving my days. I'm loving being content in my own world. No wonder this is, when we say it's a story about love, it can be anything, right? It can be familial love, it can be self-love, it can be romantic love. This definitely starts out with somebody who's in a very like beautiful space in self-love, but that makes her able to like compassionately and lovingly look at others, but she doesn't like require or need something from others. She's not out there needing someone to complete her. Three of Cups, which is probably why it's going to be easier than it's ever been for her to connect with people, because she's super comfortable and confident, and someone who's not like, she's neither hiding herself away nor out there promoting herself. She's not out there strutting around saying, I'm scoping out who's available. She's not coming off with like the come hither vibes, which is probably going to make her a very hot commodity. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people attracted to her. And this could be just in general, men and women alike want to be around her, want to be friends with her. Her energy is good. When you meet people that just make you feel like happier because there's something nice about them. My mom is like that. My mom makes everybody feel better about themselves. And I feel like that is maybe the way to describe this person, is like she makes other people feel better. It's really sweet. Okay, so it's not a surprise that although she's clearly, I don't even know if love is on her mind. I think loving and being emotionally available to people that she enjoys the company of, or new friends, or anything along those lines, that is where her mind and heart are. But that's also why someone is now being very attracted to her. Now, I know it's only a night, but this night, it's probably only a night because they're an action taker who's approaching her, but they have serious intentions right out of the gate. This, anytime we see a seahorse, seahorses do mate for life. So if there is somebody out there that is meeting her almost from, this kind of looks like somebody who's watching her a little bit from a distance and recognizing, damn, she is fly, she is hot, she is spicy. They don't see her as a Queen of Cups, like this ultra gentle, loving energy. They see her as she is very, very, very attractive to them. Now, it doesn't mean they don't also see her as that loving energy. They see it's almost okay, sorry to get a little bit spicy over here, but it's almost like they look at her calm kindness and they're like, man, what I'm picturing is her dating me and looking at me with eyes of desire. That's, instead of just like welcoming, friendly, he's seeing her as this very attractive, very spicy person that basically he wants her to look at him with something more than like amicable friendship. That's right out of the gate. And it is likely because she's extremely approachable, but also there is a kind of I'll say like an innocence to her. And he's like, that's because she's not paying attention. Maybe she's super attractive right now, in particular because of this energy, and she has no clue. That can also be a very, very big draw, very attractive quality. When someone is just kind of living their life and, unself-conscious, that can be one of the most attractive energies to emit. He's definitely drawn to her. Tell me about him. Who are you, Knight of Cups? We've got Eight of Swords. He's somebody who I think he's been, I don't want to say not listening to his guides exactly, but there was probably something in his world that didn't go so well, and he kind of tucked himself away for a while. He also, I would say he's probably been single for a while. Anytime a loving person like this who has long-term intentions, it seems like he takes love seriously. His heart is in, a pretty serious thing. I don't think he plays games. And if he's been wounded a few times, I could see him, withdrawing for a while and kind of waiting until he sees something that he thinks is more authentic. That's the way I would say this. Even here, we can't say that he was ever completely closed off or totally stuck in his head, because that bird cage is open. But I'm going to say He probably is one who got a little bit tired getting played and decided, I'm not going to mess with anybody if I feel like they're just going to play games with my head or my heart. You know, my heart's too important for that. I really give my emotions. So I'm thinking that he seems like, even the look on his face is really nice. He seems like somebody who makes great eye contact, somebody who's pretty sincere. He could be somewhere around 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe has facial hair, doesn't have to, but there is something kind of like very present about him. But I would say with this, it looks like he decided at some point in time not to waste his energy on things that don't feel authentic. We've got the magician here, and so there is a real like fun childlike side to him as well. And I only say that because I always think of like Mother Goose stories when I see this. Maybe this is one of those. We'll say he's a masculine. He doesn't have to be. It could always be a same-sex couple, but let's say he is one of those amazing masculines. You know, like there's nothing sweeter or more endearing than like when a man is like really good to kids, you know, and really good to animals. Like there's nothing hotter than that, at least in my opinion. That's it. Like you're a good man. If you're going to be good to pets and animals and creatures that walk this earth and children, that's it. You're a good man in my mind. That's the sexiest you could possibly be for a man. But with that in mind, I feel like there's like a like an innocent side to him, like a kind side to him. There is like an inner child side to him. There's something really nice, but there's also a power to him. He could be a Virgo or a Gemini, but he's been manifesting someone sweet, somebody nice. That I feel like it's rare that we get it's rare that we get characters that are absolutely not game players and don't want to meet other game players. And that's what we've got in this story, which is like so refreshing. We see him though. Look, he may have an innocent side to him. He may be nice to, you know, kids. He may want somebody who comes across as genuinely sweet, but he's a grown up, right? And she's a grown up, and he's got grown up attraction for her. It's like he may be attracted first to a queen of cups, but it's because he wants to make her his queen of wands. There is definitely a fiery, spicy energy here. And I don't think it's going to be very long before he marches toward her, especially with this sense of like confidence. But I think his confidence comes from the fact that he also sees her genuineness and her confidence. You know, it's a really, let's put it this way. I think he can already tell if he's approaching a divine feminine who gives off this vibe. He already knows she's not going to like insult him or make his approach toward her, as he'll definitely be approaching in a respectful manner, but he doesn't have to like get up in his head about like, oh, I wonder if she'll be, you know, weird about it, insulting or condescending, or, you know, he already knows she's not going to play any games with him. He's already seen that in her. And I do think that his heart knows it. His approach is confident, but it's also because he sees her kind of confidence as well. She's not out to like put anybody under her to make herself feel better. She's a true queen upright. She's not somebody who's going to play any games or seek attention from someone she doesn't want attention from. So she's going to be straightforward with him. If she's interested, he's like, I know she'll tell me the truth. If she's interested in me, when I approach her, it'll be a yes or it'll be a no, but I won't be strung along by somebody like her. I think that's maybe the core of all of this. It's like, basically it's just people being decent to each other. Like it's as simple as that. But I feel like he's definitely in that place of wanting to approach for all the right reasons. It's really, really nice to see. We have a 10 of swords. We have a 5 of wands. I gotta say that we're still on his side of the story here. I think he perhaps is kind of doing a little bit of evaluation of her and saying, there's no way that she wouldn't have plenty of people coming toward her that would want to date her. And if she's still single, there's got to be a reason. So she probably has a story. She probably got hurt pretty bad by someone, or maybe multiple someones. And maybe that's why she seems so good without anybody, because she's already been through relationships that didn't satisfy her, or worse, that, were pretty destructive. We would probably, or I would definitely say that he's spot on with that assessment, because this whole story began with her coming back to feeling whole in herself, feeling emotionally stable again, and not because some ex or lover has come back to fix things with her, not even because she's met somebody new, but because the thing she doesn't need is a partner to feel whole. She found that in herself. She's healed from probably some pretty big disappointments, and there's the evidence of it. Now, he's just kind of surmising this about her, probably because he's saying somebody that attractive and somebody that nice could not possibly be single unless they've been through the ringer and they got to the point where they don't need anybody anymore, but they're not wounded because they're out there, being kind to others. So she got over her hurts and pains, but it's not even that she's given up on love so much as she's just at a place where she's not out seeking it, because it's got to be authentic and it's got to be out like organic and it's got to be real. That's, I think, again, why he knows she's not out to play games, because she's obviously been through enough games. This is somebody who's been played more than a few times. Oh my God, Signs and Sinks, you angel. Thank you so much. Signs and Sinks just gifted 10 memberships. You guys are amazing. Sunflowers, Moonflowers, Desiree, Brittany, Rhodey Life, Contented Tiger, It's Time, Mabai Quayland, Angel. Welcome, everybody. Jenna, welcome. Wet Lobo 818. Welcome, everybody. You're all members thanks to Signs and Sinks. And just so you guys know, Monday is always Members Day, so look for a special members section. Also look on Monday. I will be going live to celebrate hitting our 10,000 subscribers on this channel. I'll do a special segment just for members only. I'll give you guys an announcement as to what time that'll happen on Monday, okay? So just so you guys know, all the new members out there, I'll be going live for everyone on the channel in different times during the day, but I'll also do one private session just for members only. So it'll be just kind of like your likelihood of getting a card pull will be greater because it'll be a smaller group. And I just wanted to do that, a little special extra something for the members as well. We have the Emperor upright. Everything here says he already knows. The only thing that she probably would accept at this point in her life is something really serious. Otherwise, she's good single. She's not going to deal with game players. She's content. She's gotten over any hurts and pains. She's not harboring hard feelings, but she's also not seeking anything other than somebody who treats her really, really, really good. They got to be serious. They got to be long-term material. They got to be somebody who's grown up. That might be the other reason he's like, man, I'd like to be with somebody like her. She's not going to be interested in players. She's not going to be seduced by charismatic people that are just there for a good time, not a long time. She's going to appreciate and recognize, we'll say, a man who's coming in to offer something, his heart, and offer something real and show up as somebody legitimate and with long-term intentions. He already knows that's probably the only kind of person she would be drawn to. And he's like, that's me. I got the goods. And I don't have to worry about her being the type of person who's, going to be off emotionally cheating with an ex, or, be so tempted to still not know what she wants or know who she is, or be pulled away to other places, other relationships. I already know what kind of person she is. Let me just ask, is this coming together? Oh my God, Signs and Sinks, you are so amazing. Thank you. Signs and Sinks just gifted another 5. That is so amazing. Another 5 memberships. Astronoid, Empress Energy, Manisha K, Crystal Jade, Grant's Modern Life, Denisa. You guys, thank you and welcome, everybody. Oh my gosh, you are so unbelievably generous, Signs and Sinks. Signs and Sinks, I want to make sure that you give me permission to pull some cards for you on Monday. Is that okay? Drop me a yes if that's all right with you, so I know that I can do that, okay? Because I'm going to leave those videos up, by the way, when I do those card pulls, but I want to make sure that I can get to you at the very beginning of one of the videos, Signs and Sinks, so you don't have to wait or wonder where I would pull a card for you, okay? If you let me. I don't ever want to trespass on anybody, so... as far as the universe is concerned, we've got a really nice energy of this Ace of Pentacles. We have this energy of brand new beginning. We have this energy of, we've had crickets. These two haven't dated anybody in a while. Maybe they're even a little bit rusty when it comes to dating, but guess what? It's coming. This is a new beginning for both of them. This is so warranted. Awesome. Signs and things. Thank you so much. Oh my God. You are so unbelievably generous. I can't wait to pull some cards for you on Monday. I will not forget you. I'll take care of you first. Thank you, everyone. This feels like it's a new beginning for both of them. We've got an 8 of Cups. We got a 4 of Cups. We got the High Priestess. And we've got that 9 of Cups sideways. I would even say that the universe is nudging them saying, you know, you both realized something, right? You both had some lessons to learn about, you know, maybe her lesson in this case was she needed to walk away from unsatisfying relationships, needed to learn how to maybe love herself more, because this is a, you know, here we have a feminine. And remember, her first card out was that 8 of Cups in the reverse. And I kept saying, it's like she's come back around full circle to herself. And the universe is like, the reason they get to have this new beginning, the reason they get to meet each other is because they did the hard work. She learned, she took off, she did some, you know, like real personal growth. So she's very, very good single, but it's also why she's so right at this point in her life to be in a relationship, because she's developed that self-love. Meanwhile, we saw he had been stuck in that 8 of Swords energy in that bird cage. And the universe is like, he had to go through some pretty big disappointments. He had to go through some, you know, elements of like, man, I regret falling for some illusions, because he's all about authenticity now, right? So maybe he fell for people that were full of illusions. Maybe he was drawn to the flashy, you know, fast talking, but not long lasting relationships at one point. And I think that the universe is saying, you both knew that these were lessons that you had to learn before you were ever going to really get to following your heart to your great happiness. Sometimes we choose stuff that isn't great for us until we stop doing that and we dial it in and we go, I know every person that I picked that was wrong for me, deep down, I knew they were wrong. I knew I was going to be left high and dry. I knew they were probably going to be a cheat. I knew it was an illusion, but I kept falling for the wrong one and wanting that wrong one to be the right one. But I always knew better. And I always really did know that to be genuinely happy, I needed to be in a place where I could genuinely ask for what I did want in a partner and meet the kind of person that I do really want success and love with. I just feel like the universe is pointing out what they both already knew. They weren't going to be able to meet the right people until they had the right lessons squared away and under their belt. And it's really, I mean, not to sound selfish, but they really needed to make themselves happy in a healthy way. You know, we can, let's say this, like I have a terrible sweet tooth and I'm a coffee addict. Trust me, if I could just eat coffee cake, let's get the word coffee in there a few more times, and a mug of coffee, maybe a pot of coffee every day, that would make me very happy, but I would not be healthy and my tummy wouldn't be healthy and I would not feel good. But it would make me happy at the same time, making me utterly miserable. That's like, you know, we can do stuff that we want that isn't really good for us, or we can genuinely evaluate where would I really be satisfied and happy? Well, I want somebody authentic and loving, somebody who I find attractive and who genuinely finds me attractive, and not chasing after somebody who's only, you know, beautiful, but also somebody that I actually can see what they're made of and I can have some kind of trust in them and we can build something together. That we got to seek out genuine happiness, not just satisfaction, or brief satisfaction, I guess is what I would say. And maybe both of them had an element to learn about that. So it's like about being a healthy kind of selfish. I'm not going to say yes to things that won't really make me happy in the long term. I need to evaluate better. Does somebody have the qualities that I'm really looking for? He definitely already feels like she has those qualities, but I think that both of them, being kings and queens, they both have the mentality and the maturity to evaluate people differently now. And I actually think that the depth of their attraction and romance is going to be far greater than romances in the past that were like just based off of lust, because there's already a more like a meeting of the minds here. We didn't really see, how does she, I got to keep my eye on the time. my internet's going to go off really soon as they start working on it. We didn't really see, does she notice him? What does she think of him? We have the sun in the reverse. Sun in the reverse says, no, she hasn't spotted him yet. She doesn't even know. So he's noticing her before she's noticing him. Page of Swords sideways. Yeah, he's not really on her radar. Certainly not as, this says she may have seen him, but she hasn't registered. Remember at the beginning, we already said she's just out there being like a nice neighbor, friendly, kind, but she's not like actively seeking romance or trying to get somebody's attention. So I can understand why she wouldn't necessarily like spot him and be like, ooh, hubba hubba, I think he's looking my way. That's not even the headspace that she's in. Even if she noticed him, even if she's bumped into him, totally didn't register, other than she might have said, hello in a friendly manner. She could have even had a 10-minute conversation with this dude. Didn't register that this could potentially be a romantic partner because she's not been seeking it. That, again, might just be the best way. Oh my God, I want coffee cake so bad now. Why did I say that out loud? Sorry, I digress. We have a Four of Pentacles and we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, she's just going about her daily life, making plans for the next couple months of her life. She may have some awesome plans for a little bit of personal travel somewhere in the next 3 months. She might be, invested in whatever adventures she wants to have, whether they're very big or very small. This does look like she has a trip planned somewhere, maybe just going to the coast or going to some lake or something. She's basically only thinking about her future, not necessarily about him. Okay, I believe that is the signal that they are arriving, so I must go. You guys, thank you, everyone. And I hope with all my heart that all of the internet will be so smooth out after this. They are working so hard and have been for quite some time. You guys, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not sticking around to say goodbye properly, but you can hear Aries is announcing. All right, bye, everybody. Bye. I'll see you later.